Finerman, and this is your Fast Money Trade School. Feel like you're getting lost at sea in the stock market? One tip to find your way: follow the whales, Wall Street's most powerful investors. These heavy hitters have to disclose their biggest holdings. Just check out a 13F form filed quarterly to see what Buffett or Icahn have been buying. But before you dive in head first, remember, even whales can get beached. Class dismissed.
Well watcher, are you? Does this market have you down? Well, then let's do some Wall Street whale watching. Hello, I'm Brian Mckeon, partner at the JMB FLP. Today we'll be reviewing number 86 in my list of the 100 top traders. Now today we'll be looking at the BlackRock Large Cap Growth, ticker symbol MDLHX. Now, using this strategy has done so well for me, it's put me in the top 3% in the most recent CNBC tournament with returns of over 53%. You can also see how it's done for me in previous tournaments. Now, what we merely do is follow the picks from the richest, most successful investors out there, and we find their holdings through these free websites. Then get an average analyst ranking through these free sites as well. So again, I'd like to remind you that all analyst recommendations are as of August 21st, 2009. Now, looking at the holdings in the BlackRock Large Cap Growth, you have ACN, Hewlett-Packard, Honeywell, IBM, and MHS all coming in as moderate buys. And you can see the respective ratings there as well. Then you can also see all of the holdings of the BlackRock Large Cap Growth that come in as a hold, and all the holdings there that come in as a sell at this time. Now with that, let's go to the charts. Now we have ACN. This chart has had quite the run up with the March lows. This stock actually bottomed a bit later in April and has now had quite the run up. All of its averages have come into golden crosses in the last month or so, which indicates a bullish sign. There has been quite a bit of a sell-off for it on Friday's trading, but it fell right to the 20-day moving average, which given its good solid support. But adversely, stochastics has taken quite a sharp downturn below the overbought level and embedded status. So stochastics indicates it could go down, but it has a lot of good solid support here on the average. So this would be a tough one to call, but I would say this one would probably stay pretty strong right now. And moving on to Hewlett-Packard, this one has had quite the run up since the March lows and is also sitting above all of its moving averages and had a bit of a breakout with Friday's trading. So, and stochastics is indicating a bit of a buy signal too, and since stochastics are embedded, I see some more potential upside for this one. As for Honeywell, it's been in a bouncy range lately and is above all of its moving averages. The only one that it's not above is the 300-day moving average. Now, I don't know many people who use the 300-day except me, so that may or may not be some resistance. But also, given the fact that it's bouncing up against some previous highs of a few weeks ago, it may be running into a bit of resistance moving higher at this time. Stochastics is in a downward slope, so that could also give it some reason for some pullbacks on Honeywell. As for IBM, this one's had quite the run up since March. It's had a bit of a stalling period here of late. Had a little bit of a breakout with the general market, and stochastics is indicating a bit of a buy signal right now. So this one has some potential chance for a breakout sometime soon. As for MHS, what is that? Medco Health. This one's had quite the run up too since March. Had a bit of a basing period and is now getting ready for another run. Still too, it's good sitting above all its averages. Stochastics is clearly embedded right now, so we see some more potential upside for this one at this time. So, in review, the moderate buys are ACN, Hewlett-Packard, Honeywell, IBM, and MHS, all coming in as moderate buys at this time. So again, I'd like to Remind you that all analyst recommendations are as of August 21st, 2009. And if you'd like a more up-to-date reading of the BlackRock Large Cap Growth, you can go in the stock picker and then to get its holdings, then go over to these free websites to get an average analyst ranking. So again, I'd like to remind you of my disclaimer. Disclaimer, I am not a licensed investment advisor, and the investments I am showing you today are what I'm doing for my friends and family's accounts. Also, I am not affiliated with any of the websites used to determine these rankings. And I currently own none of the stocks discussed today. So again, this is Brian Mckeon from the JMB FLP saying thank you and see you next time. I'm a whale watcher. Hello, I'm Brian Mckeon, creator of The Predatory Lender. Now, if the previous was a little too boring for you, try The Predatory Lender and join the predatory lending team as they go on their intergalactic adventures trying to hunt down the next great investment opportunity for you.